Hello everyone. I just wanted to share my opinion on the Samsung all-in-one washer and dryer as well as the LG WashCombo. I've had these units for over a year now, and I have formed a couple of opinions that I would like to share with you all. If you're looking to buy one or the other or want to just stay with the standalone units, I figured I would just let you know my findings, what I find useful and not useful. This is not a comprehensive comparison. This is absolutely personal experience with these two machines, and if it helps you, great. If it's not, feel free to seek out other research and find out more details, maybe somewhere in the writing blogs. Anyways, so all in all, I know you're all searching for the best solution in washing and drying your clothing items, your blankets, your bedding, and these two washing machines, there are two different units, and they provide different approaches to washing and drying your clothes. So let's talk about washing results. As you are probably buying it pretty much for making sure that your clothes come out pretty clean and are well washed. So these two units, they do provide very thorough cleaning. If you follow all the directions, if you use the correct amount of detergent, which in this case you don't actually have to worry about because it has the auto dosing function and it measures it out for you. But all in all, these machines perform very well. So let's talk about a few differences in operating these washing machines. So let's go ahead and start with the LG WashCombo. So as you see here, when you start up, it gives you a little music and reminds you to clean the filter, which is located on the very top of the unit. It's very easy to clean. You pull it out, clean it out, and put it right back in. But your main area will be right here, which is the LG's dial. I find this dial very intuitive, maybe a bit too small to some people, but I like its compactness. And you will notice that when choosing a cycle, you will have to scroll through to the right and find the one that suits the needs for your current wash. I may find it sometimes a little bit tedious because you have to continuously scroll to find the one that you would like. LG did come up with a way to favor it. And actually the machine itself has the AI to figure out your favorites, and it will place them in the very beginning right here. However, if you need to find something else, you have to scroll, and all these little dots right here will tell you how many cycles are preloaded currently on this machine. So that is how this operates. It also tells you a little bit more information on each cycle and provides some description of what the normal cycle is all about, what is a small load, which just as a side note, as I was thinking right now, so normal cycle, usually wash time would be around, I'd say 25-30 minutes maximum. That would be with your normal cycle on LG WashCombo. However, I noticed when you choose the small load, which you would think it would be lesser, time-consuming wash for you. The load is always, when it's detected, even if it's a small load, it always runs about 40 to 45 minutes. So it's a little bit longer. So sometimes I choose small load, even if my normal cycle is not as small, because I like when my clothes are being washed a little bit longer, rinsed well. So they do have an AI cycle here. Let me just scroll down again. So this one is just the regular one, and there is an AI cycle which is right here for you. This is just the wash, and it will determine everything that your clothes need as far as its weight, soil level, and usually it also is a quick wash by itself. So this is how the LG came to this solution to show you all the different cycles. There's also another way to get your cycles sent to this washing machine, and that's with the help of the ThinQ app, which you will load on your phone and get that done via the app. You'll choose the cycle and send it to the washer. It will automatically appear on the screen for you, and all you have to do is just push play, and that's about it. So let's see, other options that when you choose the cycle is in this section. So as you see, we have temperature, we have spin, and we have soil. So that lets you choose the temperature. So right here you will see that it will change from tap cold to hot. And then the spin allows you to choose how fast you want to spin your clothes. If your clothes are delicate, you may want to change that, but there is a delicate cycle for your delicate clothes. So, but usually I never mess with the spin cycle. And then the soil level, same here, never mess with that. Supposedly the machine can determine the soil level, but I just leave it as a preset, whatever preset is. It usually tells you here where the spin will be, and so on and so forth. So this is how LG does it. So let's check and see how Samsung decided to present you with the cycles and how you would choose. So here they slapped a 7-inch LCD tablet, and as you can see, it's very bright, it's very intuitive, and it's very helpful. So it's more user-friendly in my opinion. You get a number of cycles ready to wash. So if you want to look at all the cycles that are available right now, you see there are a number of them here. They're all fully customizable, and I think in this case they're more visually appealing, and you can pretty much just scroll through, choose the one you want, and customize it to you like, and I'll show you in a second. So as you can tell, it's very user-friendly, easy to choose. It's not lagging in any way. So let's go ahead and choose. And like the LG WashCombo, this also puts the mostly common use cycles by you on the very top. So it's easier to choose, I guess, this way, but you can rearrange them as well. So if you decide to go with the normal cycle, as you can tell here, you can choose the water temperature easily. And then if you would like to have like the spin, I see that it's not customizable, and the soil level you can also choose. And then of course your drying function is available right here as well. If you would like just to wash your clothes, you can always turn off the drying cycle and the machine will simply wash your clothing. And in this case, when you turn off the drying feature, you can choose the spin cycle. If you would like to have it a low or no spin at all, or rinse and hold and so on and so forth. The reason why it defaults to high is because when you choose your drying cycle, it wants to make sure that it extracts as much water from your clothes as possible. I think it does the same here. Let's see if we choose our wash and dry. As you can tell here, the spin is at the very top, so it's extra high right here, it's telling you. So as you see, it's very customizable. Again, if you look at other options, I'll go ahead and show you those in a little bit, how to change your dryness and so on and so forth. So these are the way the manufacturers have determined that would be comfortable and more convenient for you to change certain cycles. So both of these machines have auto detergent dispensers available to you, and both can use the softener dispenser as your detergent dispenser. So in the settings, you can customize it and assign your softener as a detergent. So that way you will have 2 containers full of detergent. So LG has implemented these dispensers right here next to the dial, so they're easy to refill, easy to clean. I would say they're actually well implemented in this case, and if you want, you can always use this area for detergents that, if you have specific needs, if you have certain types of clothing that require you to use no dye, no scent detergents, you can simply put that here. So now let's look at the Samsung, and the detergent dispensers are on the bottom. As you can tell here, I have purchased the Pedestal, which I will talk about the Pedestals in a few minutes as well, which was a lifesaver, because this machine, when it sat on the ground, it was a little bit too low to load clothing items, because the way they created, as you can see the difference here, this will be the floor. So let's check a look at the dispensers now. Are easily accessible, and both of them are located right here, so you just have to pull them out like that, refill them, and put them back in. So it's very easy. They all have little name tags on them letting you know which one is which. So I would definitely recommend you guys, if you can, purchase the Pedestal. They finally released it. It took them a while to release the Samsung Pedestal. So this is just a simple, you can store your detergents here, but right now I'm not using it for anything. I'm just using it mostly for the height distribution here. So LG has 2 kinds of pedestals available. I chose to get the one that has a mini washer installed. It's very intuitive to use, very easy to use. As you can tell, you can just load it up with your articles, and it does a good job washing clothes, drying them, rinsing them, and everything else. You can see that it also connects to the ThinQ app and will notify you once the cycle is done, and you can come here and get your stuff out. So previous models of these did not have Wi-Fi capability, and you would always have to kind of gauge your timing and figure out when to come downstairs or wherever your dispenser pedestal is located. Another implementation here, which is new for this model, previous models did not have that. Now you have a dedicated area where you can pour your detergent in and your softener right here. Before, with the old pedestals, after a certain period of time, it will play a melody letting you know that it's ready for the softener. So you have to pull everything out, pour it in, close it up, and push it to play again to start the washing process. So this has been upgraded and I like this. All right, let's see what else we can talk about and what's next on my agenda. So I didn't mention to you guys that, sorry about that, my camera work is not that great, that if you would like to turn off the detergent dispensing, in LG WashCombo you do that in the settings. And the settings, which are located right here under options, you would have to go in here, scroll down where it says detergent level, and then choose this part, and then you can turn it off if you want to turn off the dispenser. It's different with the Samsung model here, because all you have to do is choose this specific cycle here, which is called, that's what I do, it's called Tide Pod Cold. So what it does is it does not dispense any of the detergent that's located in the dispensers, and it wants you to pretty much throw in whatever pod you have to wash the clothing. So if you have sensitive skin and would like to use from time to time a detergent that is a specific one, you can simply use, they supplied a little, just trying to show it to you right now, but I don't have it handy. They supplied a little dispenser where you could put that detergent in and pretty much throw it in, or use a specific pod and you just throw it into your washer. Let's see, I wanted to mention the sizes. I believe that the Samsung is larger by just 0.1 or 0.2 cubic. Trying to remember the measurements exactly, but the drum itself is larger. It's a little bit different when you look at it. The opening for the LG WashCombo is bigger, and the opening for the Samsung combo looks a little bit narrower. However, the drum itself is large and very spacious. The drum here is also large, but just a little bit, a tad smaller than the Samsung, which is not a big deal. All right, let's see. Since these are smart washers and dryers at the same time, they do get updates from time to time. I know Samsung has pushed a number of them. They have updated the whole interface, so it looks very, I guess, more user-friendly. If you have other smart devices like Samsung smart devices like the induction range or something like that, it tells you when certain things have been preheated and ready to use, because it utilizes the SmartThings platform. Anyways, if you scroll here, it tells you that you're low on the detergent when you are low. I'm not utilizing this softener right now, just using detergent. And then after a certain period of time, you can do the cleaning, and it recommends you when it's time to do that. So I'm somewhat halfway there. and also prompts you to clean the heat exchanger, which I found that in Samsung washer and dryer, the heat exchanger is extremely well designed. I have not found it to be dirty at all. So the lint catcher is going to be right here. You just have to pull it out, clean it well. So right now you can see that it's full. I usually clean them after each time. So, and if we look inside, let me see if I can show you. That heat exchanger condenser is extremely clean. And I haven't done anything to clean it. However, I have done a lot of cleaning for the heat exchanger, or the condenser as they call it, in this case. So sorry, let me just quickly change and show you. So this is where it's located, and you can see that that's how it fills up. It's very easy to clean. I usually just use my fingers, I clean them, and then I rinse with the running water. So as you can tell here, I have installed another filter right here, which is now available for sale. So this catches a lot of lint. Thankfully, very thankful that it has been implemented. And let's see how our heat exchanger is doing here with this. So you can tell it's pretty clean. So it's all thanks to this newly redesigned, and I wish they just supplied it with every purchase of this WashCombo, but it wasn't available in the beginning. So this part I would have to clean manually as well. This is all user friendly. You can pull it out by, unfortunately you have to take the screw out, but it's usually not a big deal. So let's talk about the drying. So drying is and has been just fine for me. Both machines dry very well, and there are no issues with clothes being wet in any way. I have read a number of reviews, and I've seen that some people have experienced issues where, for example, LG WashCombo would dry for a very, very long time, sometimes up to 5 or 6 hours. And I believe it's due to the heat exchanger being dirty. Possibly the filter is dirty and hasn't been cleaned in a while, so the machine is struggling and trying to do its best to dry your clothing. But like I said, I take care of my machines and do my best to clean it after every wash. So I have not experienced any issues with clothing being wet. LG washer does not have a way to customize your drying when you pre-select modes like wash and dry or AI wash and dry. So let's take a look here. I just want to confirm that. So this is already available here, and you go to this dry part, and this is where you can change, and all it gives you is normal and energy saver. That's it. So you cannot change your drying for anything else. So if we look at our Samsung, and let's say we choose normal, it gives us a lot of options here. We can utilize damp, less, normal, or more if you want to dry it a little bit more. I have used less before a number of times, and I have used damp. Sometimes I do not want my clothes to be absolutely dry, so I prefer to customize my drying by using these options. All right, let's see. So that's one of the things that I wish LG has implemented, a few more options. If you do choose just the drying option, then you have a little bit more options here. Let's see. Or maybe not. It used to show me. Nope, I don't see that anymore. Let's see. Oh yeah, right here. So if you hit dry, so if it's just the drying option, you do have a few options here. It gives you timing. And then you can choose whether it's normal or damp, and energy saver, whatever that is. I have not played with that yet, so not as many options. Samsung drying options, as I mentioned, are plentiful and are available on each cycle. Drying times do vary depending on the cycle that you choose, and both units usually end up washing drying clothing within 2 to 2.5 hours. And again, so it depends on the cycle. If you are gonna be washing heavy bedding, blankets, it's gonna take a while to dry, up to 3.5 hours. LG's drying sensor may be a bit off, as I know when I check my dryness and the level of the way the clothes feel, a lot of times they're done, and they're done within like 15 to 20 minutes. It's still left on the dial, and I check and everything looks great. And you can always pause the washing or drying cycle to add more or remove clothing. So it's very intuitive on both machines and very helpful. Noise levels are great. I have not found any of these machines being loud when doing a wash cycle or drying, so they have performed very well, and actually very pleasantly surprised that they're so quiet. So, and I believe I will mention in my follow-up cut here of my video, my only gripe with these machines, especially more likely with the LG WashCombo, is that after you dry your clothes, there is a lot of lint left over on this gasket. Just, it's a ton. Anyway, so I always have to clean it by hand with the some kind of wet washcloth, and it takes care of it. But it's a little bit disappointing. I do not experience this problem with Samsung, and I'm not sure why. I don't know what they did differently, but after a drying cycle, when I get my clothes out, the gasket is usually clean. It doesn't have any layers of lint left over. And of course, another feature that is great is when this WashCombo is done, the door automatically pops open and continues, lets you get your clothes out. If you have a wash cycle, that also, when it's done, the door opens and it continues to air vent. That way your clothes don't sit there and sour. So these are my findings. The machines are great. I'm very interested to learn about the new generations when they come out, maybe next year, to see what they will implement. And I will look forward to those new changes and hope that LG and Samsung will continue to update these machines via firmware, software updates, and that we will be able to continue to enjoy these. So thank you guys so much. Feel free to leave your questions, your remarks, and I'll be more than happy to answer if I can.